ይሰማል? So ትንሽ ሰው ነው join ያደረገው, so we can just go over each one of you and you guys can go back to work. So share ብታደርጉ ጥያቄ ካላችሁ አፕዴት እንዴት ነበር እስካሁን ያላችሁ እንቅስቃሴ ፕሮጀክት ላይ ፓስ ሀብት ሚስት ላይ ኢንፎርሜሽን as well communication. So who would like to start? Okay, let's start from this first. Nohami, could you please? Nohami, ይሰማል?
አሁን ይሰማኛል።
Okay. The progression so far update ብታረጊ Yeah, go ahead.
So I have done from task 0 to up to task 2. So I started with environment setup as usual. And this time I've tried to add some formatting pipes as well. So I have added black this time. And just the usual, just the requirements, Docker file, Docker composer, and stuff like that for task 0. And on task 1, I edited the scrapping script we used last time for the e-commerce. The e-commerce task. And I just edited it to be to scrap on JSON file on JSON format this time instead of CSV.
Okay.
And then I loaded the individually scrapped files into a PostgreSQL database. And I made sure that the logs are recorded both on log file that will be in the git ignore, and that will also be showed on the notebook. This is for the data scraping and loading. And moving to task 2, part 2 of task 2, that will be data modeling and testing. On this part, I faced a challenge on the Linux pulling dbt from Docker, because there was some discrepancy between the torch document, the torch document I have for window and stuff. So I resolved it by downloading the wheel on its own and incorporating it. The file I had for the modeling was called Medical Insights. Just I followed the instruction and started by staging and then creating dimension tables for message for channels and dates, and then moved to the fact table. And I made sure that not null and unique were tested. And I created one type of test that would make sure that media type has image or it's not null. And then I ran the tests and they all came out, they all passed. And then on the dbt doc, I pulled the lineage graph and included it on the report. The lineage graph shows the fact table, the test, the dimensional channels, the dimensional tables and stuff. And there's also star schema that I included. And on the next task, I have not attended the last week's classes, so I have a lot of ground to cover, but I'm moving to the data enrichment part as we speak.
Okay, this is great. Thank you for this very detailed update. That's really good. So, what is the thing that you just see, a new thing that you haven't done in the previous weeks that you have done on this one about this challenge? What does the interesting part?
Oh, I'm just new to database, so PostgreSQL was new for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the new one because I have used Docker before for this challenge, and also Teleton. So the Postgres and also DBT, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The two were new for me, and they're also interesting. And the two, and generating document was also visualizing it on the website was also a new thing.
That's
Yeah.
great. What did you understand about the DBT purpose?
I think modeling and then propagating and making sure that the tables are interconnected with keys is what I understood so far.
Okay. That's really great, Mohammed. Thank you. Thank you so much for this. Yeah, it was a good progress sharing. Yeah, keep it going. Okay, thanks again. And yes, Philemon.
Hi, you
Hi.
can hear me, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this week's challenge is it has a lot of new concepts and a lot to read and get a grasp of the ideas before doing it. For task zero, it's a setup for the folder structure, and we are familiar with that by now. So task one, it's data cleaning. And the scraping part, Telegram scraping part, as Noamin said, we already did Teleton script before, so we just modified it for our project for this one. That's what I did, and I loaded the. So in here, what I did is I installed the Postgres in Docker.
Mm-hmm.
So for the future wise, when we do the pipeline, it will be good not to rerun everything. So it exposed the API, and I used it like it's a local database. So that was the new thing for me also, installing Postgres on Docker. Uh, then I loaded the raw data. I created a schema for raw schema, and I put the raw data there. And for task two, for the DBT part, I created the staging models in view, and seen the view and the table difference why we need it from K-Road tutorial, and it was good insight. So I created the staging model and the dimensional also the tables, the dim channels, the dim dates in the fact message. And I published it with the documentation also good insight to see, and it visualized what we have, why we need to use the DBT. It doesn't really create the coding for, it doesn't really create the database or anything, but it can visualize, and you can see also the graphs, what to who it connects. You can see it clearly. Everything is there. So that was also an interesting part to see.
Yeah, it's good
And
for managing, right?
I'm sorry.
It's good for management. Your
Yes.
type. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good for management. You can see everything. Visualization always make things better. And it's modular. You can share it. I think it's best. The more we explore, I think the more we going to find the use of the DB. So I started working on the task 3 to last night for the YOLO. What I saw is that it doesn't really give a good detection for the medical stuff.
Mhm.
So it's focused on person. It identify person really good, and bottles. But I think we need to fine tune it for the future wise. But for now, I don't think it identify the boxes in the medicine. For my case, it was like that. So
Yeah.
this is my update. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, probably, especially when you make it domain specific, probably the next step is to fine tune it. You can also explore if you have time. For now, it's fine what you have done. Other libraries that does similar things like Yellow, like OpenCV and others, you can explore them as well to see how good they will detect. But the point is now you guys understand that there are libraries that do this image detection that you can fine tune in the future. So you are on a good track. But I would like to ask you from what you said. Uh, I think you answered it, but I just want you to repeat it. What is the difference between using Postgres on your local host as it is by installing it and through Docker?
So what I thought is when we push the Postgres, if we install it on Windows or in our environment, and when we use Docker for future, I think we need to redo everything. We need to create it will be the different environment. So what I thought is if we use Docker already in the Postgres, it's already there. We don't have to redo anything in the final.
Mhm.
So that was my
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, that's the advantage. I just want you to mention for the others how Docker is useful on this, running different environments application. So yeah, I'm glad you experienced that, Didimon. Yeah, thanks for the detailed explanation again. It was really good. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Gabriel at Ermias, one of you can speak. Just short updates on your progress so far. How was the challenge? Okay, let's go with Gabriel. You can start. Gabriel, can you hear me? Okay, I guess you can write down on the chat then. Ermias, okay, Ermias, maybe you can write down while you're at it. What is a new thing that you have learned from the week 4 challenge? That's something that caught your eye or make you interested. Okay. Are you able to understand its purpose? You'll get used to how to use it in time. That's not a problem, but I just want to see you understand its purpose, at least partially. Okay, that's great, Hermes. All right. I'm not sure if the way what we are writing or not, but I think we have addressed everyone that joined. Thank you for joining. If you don't have any questions, I can let you guys go. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, again, thank you for joining in and sharing your progress. I greatly do appreciate it. And have a good day, everyone. Thanks.